Hey. Shh. It's ASMR time.
Right then. Attack me with all the lessons I've taught you from the beginning. Hold nothing back. Your fighting style is flawless, but you must fight like a man late for his own royal wedding. A woman late for her own evening wine tasting with the other locals and the queen. You can't let yourself be distracted whilst fighting creatures of day and night who could easily devour you in 3 seconds. Otherwise your actions to bring peace will bring nothing. Prince Xavier? Oh, Your Majesty. We didn't expect you to be here in the training grounds.
Oh no, don't stand in all formal for me. I'm only here to observe and learn. I heard there was a knight who became strong as the general of the Serenade's army. May I see them?
Oh, I was just training them right now, Your Majesty.
Oh, you're the one the general mentioned. You're quite a beauty. Beauty that is sharp as your sword. I admire you for staying true to yourself as a fellow knight among the Serenade's army. I don't let my soldiers repress their emotions while fighting for Serenade's goal, striving for peace in all things to keep the waters calm. Oh, come now, there's no need to be formal with me. Just call me Xavier for now. But granting you permission to speak to me with no regards of using titles isn't why I'm here. I'm here to discuss with the knight who has become the best among the other knights. Would you like to come sit down with me and have a sip of wine with me? Oh, come now, I already told you that you don't have to be so formal with me. You can be honest with me about what you want. Do you want to, or not? Splendid. Then, trainer, would you like to join us?
I would, but I like to get back to training the other upcoming fighters, Your Majesty. Excuse me.
Oh. Very well. Shall we go then? Then follow me inside, my dear. Ah, here we are. Allow me to pour you a glass, my dear. Here you go. This is a favorite arbor red of mine. Its flavor is rather expensive across the land of Kyosto. The special ingredient comes from the center of Kyosto, which is the Emperor, of course. The Emperor almost banned this because of some nobles who tried to steal it from his cellars in his palace. Fortunately, those thieves have been dealt with. No death sentence and all. But of course, thievery isn't tolerated there. But here, it's difficult for me to deal with thieves. But of course, it isn't just thievery that I have to deal with. The responsibilities as Prince of Serenade has rather been difficult, considering the gossip mongers refer to me as an heir of nothing. Sadly, this is true. I've heard other prejudices think of me as such things, and I've shown little discipline to prove them wrong. Tell me, my dear, have you heard of the Great War that took place 2 winters ago? Well, since you know little about it, as you say, I can enlighten you of what happened. But you're gonna need a refill of that wine, 'cause it is a little long story to hear. There you go. Now then, what happened 2 winters ago? During the years when my father was king of Serenade, he and the king of Forrester's Oakland were at war with each other for their personal grudges, so to speak. For what, I do not know, unfortunately. The king of Forrester's Oakland wasn't always evil from what I recall. When I was but a boy, of course. Me and his daughter were great friends during our time together. We even grew attached to each other when we started to grow up. But during our times as teenagers, we soon realized our fathers were going to war towards each other. I didn't understand why, but from my point of view, I could tell he hated me severely. I would assume a father would do anything to protect his own daughter from any man who thinks himself worthy to have his daughter. The king of Forrester's Oakland had the battle nearly over and struck down my father. The king of Serenade had fallen, and I was the only one left as head of the royal family. I was furious. I took up my father's sword and engaged in combat with the king. His battle before made him slow and weary. At that point, I had the advantage, and I took it. I shattered his sword and had him on his knees. I was full of hatred. I wanted this man to suffer. I wanted him to feel agonizing pain. The same pain he inflicted upon me as he killed my father before me. I was about to strike him down and end this war, but his daughter, the princess, stopped me from killing him. I halted my blade and wanted to hear reason come from the princess. She begged and pleaded mercy for her father. She told me that she loved me more than a friend, and said she wanted to be with me as my wife and as Queen of Serenade. I was in awe, and I couldn't easily let my hatred go. Knowing this, I knew she wouldn't forgive me, and the strangest thing is that I loved her as well. Out of love, I showed mercy to her father. As furious as he was, he called me a coward and told the princess that she was too weak-minded to understand war between kingdoms. The armies of Forrester's Oakland left Serenade grounds. I've been waiting ever since for the king to pass an old man's spirit bequeathed to him of this world and into the next. Only so that the princess would be free of him and becomes my future wife and the Queen of Serenade. From that day, I vowed to never spill blood for her. I won't ever commit myself to act in violent ways. I won't condone myself to killing anyone. I won't, but my armies may if they wish. I myself won't rule over my people like an arrogant king who only thinks with his sword to gain power. I only want to rule peacefully and respectfully. Everyone deserves respect as much as I do as Serenade's prince. With this as my ideals and faith, the gossip of Serenade believed me unfit to rule this kingdom as its future king. So, without my people's full support, they'll most likely plan a riot and try to dash my family name. And to think, with all I've done for my kingdom, they still want blood from me, and yet I won't give it to them because I vowed not to. No one gets to decide who lives and who dies, not even me. I know I can get I know that can get me into trouble for saying so. But as for Serenade's laws, the head of the royal family can do whatever he or she wants with the kingdom. I just wish everyone within my kingdom could see that. I wish I could have an appointed knight to watch my back, or fight in my name, or deliver blood in my name so I wouldn't have to. Oh, sorry. I got so caught up in mumbling about my problems that I nearly forgot you were an upcoming knight. Please forgive me for my rudeness. It was unfair of you. Oh, thank you for understanding. But yes, as you asked just now, I pulled you away from training, but I was hoping that one of the best upcoming knights in Serenade would possibly become my appointed knight. If they wish, of course. What? I'm too nice? Oh, my dear, my apologies for being so. I only believe in being respectful to everyone. But still, do you want to be my appointed knight? Oh, wonderful. Then I shouldn't have to worry about guarding my back. Alright. I need to make preparations, and there will be a knighting ceremony for you, and so you shall be prepared to be the one to hold the responsibility of protecting me. You're sure about taking up that weight you'll have to bear? What I mean is that I could get myself in trouble at some time in the future, and I might be clumsy at some times outside of Serenade, but those will be moments where you'll have to protect me from danger. Are you certain you can handle that responsibility? Then I shall not doubt your final decision, young one. Now then, I shall depart from here. You may go and continue your training if you wish. I hope to see you again soon, my future appointed knight. Farewell.